retired last year after teaching for 40 years. Over the years, I tried so many different formats for my lesson plans. In the BC, before computers, I wrote them out in notebooks and planners and on pieces of paper with thousands of staples holding it all together. Then, when computers happened, I started to write them in Word documents. I never went back to paper and pencil because I'm a fast typer and I just enjoy that process. Plus, I could copy and paste and it just was more efficient. I tried many formats for my digital plans. What I needed was an efficient way to combine a yearly grade level overview, concept plan, repertoire list, and specific lesson plans for every grade level. My first idea was for each grade level to have a different master document for the week, month, or grading period. What I didn't like was that I was shuffling around 6 different documents for K through 5. Then I tried putting all my grade levels into one document and used time periods of weeks or months or grading period. What I didn't like was that when I started a new rotation of time, there was inevitably something I'd want to see in the previous period, and I'd have to go back to the previous document. So I decided to put everything, and I mean everything, into one master document. It would have a yearly overview, concept plan, repertoire list for each grade level, and then specific lesson plans. I'm going to show you how I did it, and even if you don't want to go that route, you might get an idea on how you can improve lesson planning for yourself. The secret to the whole thing is using what you call a navigation bar, headings, and linking within the document, and it works in both Microsoft Word and in Google Docs. All right, so here is my master lesson plan document, and it is, you can see down here, 102 pages for the year 2018-2019. So 2019 was the start of COVID, so it's not quite complete, but it'll still give you an idea of what goes on. So to see the magic, you need to go up to View and then go to Sidebar and Navigation, and all the navigation pops up over here. And I am currently, you can see, on kindergarten, but there are some things above kindergarten. And as I started to use the master document, I found that it was good for more than just curriculum planning and lesson planning. It was great to keep all my ideas. So I have one over here called Donors Choose Ideas, Great Ideas, Special Events. So I started to keep all my concerts and special events ideas and activities and to-do lists over in this area, and it works out great. I can close them or open them depending on how quickly I want to see things. So there's kindergarten, and it has my repertoire, grade criteria, a little bit on Arioso land, and there also is in grade criteria there's a concept map, and then my lesson plans for the year. I'll close that. Here's grade 1, my rhythm melody set, which is my concept plan repertoire, and then my lesson plan grading period criteria. There's grade 1. Grade 2, very similar. Grade 3, very similar. Grade 4 looks slightly different. Grade 4 and 5 often did similar lesson plans, so they're kind of combined. And then at the bottom, another amazing thing. I had skill progression on movement, brain dance, and rhythms. And then I had a song and resource list because sometimes I would need to refer to a song. So instead of going to the book that I got it out of or the online source, I did a quick copy of it and put it into my song and resource list. And then I, at the time, got Music Express. There's so much in there, and so I put down everything that was available to me in the Music Express magazines that I had so I could find things that would help my lesson planning. And then the last thing is I have a little blurb on the spring program that never happened because of COVID. So that's there. Now, let me show you grade 2, for example. So grade 2 is a heading 1 heading. Then underneath it is repertoire and then lesson plans, and those are heading 2s. And then if you want to go within that, you go to heading 3 or 4. So let me show you my grade 2. So here's my repertoire list. I did a simple table with category, rhythm, and melody. I would use X's when we had used them. My rhythm and melody sets for, there's my rhythm and there's my pitch. Grade criteria, some of the, we created our own grade criteria in the school where I was. And so, and then my lesson plans. And so I would put the teacher's name at the top. I'd exit out when they finished something, and occasionally, a 0 means that it didn't happen, and red means that I assessed the lesson and I assessed what happened so I could make changes. Which is really awesome to do, because then if you're asked to evaluate your own teaching, you can say, and you can show this example of how you assess your own teaching to make changes, to to differentiate or make adjustments later. And then we just kept going through my lesson planning process, and it's all right here. So if I had grade 2 and then I had grade 4, all I have to do is open up 4, go to the month I want, and I could pull up that plan. Because of this navigation pane over here, I could do anything that I wanted to do. Now, a really great thing are the links within the document. So let's see if I can find a link. Okay, so here's a link to Grizzly Bear. And it's Grizzly Bear is at the bottom of my document. But if I wanted to refresh my memory on it, all I have to do when I'm teaching is to click on this link, and it goes straight to Grizzly Bear that is within my document. Everything all in one place. Now let's go look at how you'd set this up for yourself in Microsoft Word or Google Docs. How to set up a master lesson plan file in Microsoft Word. After we do it here, we're going to go and do it on Google Docs. Number 1, watch the video on oodles first. Well, you're doing that now. Great job. Number 2, go to View, then Sidebar, then Navigation. So up here to View, Sidebar, Navigation, and that creates your navigation pane over here. Make your list of what you want in your planner. So I just did a pretend one. I did the grade level, then I put a place for repertoire, a place for your concept plan or scope and sequence, lesson plans, and then I just put August and September. You could do any way you want to do this. As far as how to find it. If you do 9 weeks, then you're going to get too many. I think you have to break it down a little bit more than that. So you take what you've decided you're going to do. So I'm just going to move that down here so it's a little easier to see away from the directions. So let's say this is the first page, and you're going to go like that. Okay. Put in your main heading, then any subheadings, and subheadings will appear under the previous heading. So grade 2 is going to be my main heading. So I highlight that, and then I will hit the home button, and I'm going to come over here to the headings, and if you can't see all of them, just use your arrows to find them. And it's going to be a heading 1. And when you make it a heading 1, look, it appears right over here. You can change the size of that. So if you want that to be really large, you can just come up here and make it really big so it's easier to see. All right, then repertoire is going to be under that heading. So I'm going to make that heading 2, and it appears underneath it. Concept plan, same thing, heading 2. And then lesson plans, same thing, heading 2. Now, within my lesson plans, I want another subheading. So August and September are going to become heading 3s because they're going to appear within this subheading. So I can close it, open it to make it easier to find. If I want to close all of grade 2, I just go like that and open it up. And you can put anything in here that you want. All right, now it says once you have a grade level the way you like it, there's no reason to do each grade level separately unless you, like I might do something slightly different for K1, 2 than I do for 3, 4, 5. So you'd have to make that determination. But once you get something the way you like it, all you're going to have to do now, honestly, I would take these and I would make them larger. They're still designated as heading 3s, but I can change it and make it bigger. I like to be able to see it a little better, and they're in bold. So once you have things the way you like it, you just copy, and then I'm going to come down here and paste, change that to grade 3, and look over here. Boom, boom. You got grade 2, grade 3. You can collapse them all to see them like this and only open up the one you want to work on. It is magical. Then you can do that with all your grade levels. Once you've done that, then you can go back and start putting things in. So if you have repertoire, you just come in here and maybe you want to put maybe you already have it somewhere else and you're going to add it from a different document, but maybe you want to create it and you're going to make a table, title, composer, melodic element, rhythmic element, other, and you're going to fill in your repertoire for grade 2. And then you just start adding, and you see over here, it doesn't show that table, but when you go to repertoire, so if I'm down here on grade 3 September and I want to see the second grade repertoire, I just come here, boom, and there I am. It's just so amazing. Add any resources sections to the end. And so I liked to have a list of songs that I could have quick references to. So I just added these for us to practice. So I'm going to add those to the end. Let's say I've done grade 4, 5, if you end at 5, whatever. And then I add my songs. So songs is going to be a heading 1. I want it to be a major heading that I see over here. And then within that, these songs are going to be heading 2s. Now, you could even do subheadings within that if you wanted to. So maybe you would do, So Me songs or So Me La songs. I mean, you can do all sorts of things. But here's the main point of this. So let's say Bought Me a Cat, you have the music for it. And music for, let's just pretend you have copy and pasted that in there. And each one of these, you put like a little screenshot of the actual notation. All right, so here is how you do it. Link within the doc using insert, hyperlink, then look for your heading title. This is so magical. So let's say you want to, in September, teach Grizzly Bear. So in your lesson plan, you have written sing Grizzly Bear, and you highlight Grizzly Bear, you go to insert, and you go to the hyperlink, and you're going to hit link, and here you have the web page or file. This document is what you want, and you come here and you start to open these up till you find Grizzly Bear. And we know Grizzly Bear is in songs. I hit Grizzly Bear, okay, that becomes a hyperlink. So you're in 2nd grade and they're about ready to come in and you want to refresh your memory. You click on this hyperlink, takes you right down to your Grizzly Bear. All right, let's go to Google Docs and I'll show you how to do exactly the same thing. So here we are in Google Docs. Here are the instructions. So let's go to View, Show Outline. Headings you add to the document will appear here. All right. Make your list of what you want. We've seen that already, so there's my list. But I'll move it down a little bit so it looks like we're going somewhere. I know grade 2 is going to be my heading 1. So in this case, you're going to come over here to the styles and click on it and go to heading 1. There you have it. Then repertoire, concept plans, and lesson plans are going to be heading 2, which will appear underneath. And just like Word, you can increase, you can do anything you want. And then these are going to be heading 3. All right. So once you have everything the way you want, you're just going to highlight it all, copy and paste, change the grade level until you have all the grade levels. And there you see it. Heading 1s, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4, grade 5, K1, however you want to do it. And then you're going to see the subheadings underneath them. Now, the next thing is if you want to put something on the end, like I liked putting a song glossary at the end. So let's say you're going to do that. Then songs is going to be a heading 1. And the actual songs are going to be heading 2. All right. And let's say we have the music for a grizzly bear that we want to link to. And we want to do it in August lesson plan. So we're going to hit the return bar to give us a typable area. And we're going to hit sing grizzly bear. And then we're going to hyperlink grizzly bear. So we grab it here, and there's the little hyperlink. If you don't see that, go to insert, and you'll see link right there. So we'll just grab it off of the toolbar here. And it says at the bottom, headings and bookmarks. So I'm going to hit that, then scroll down till I see grizzly bear, click it, and now I have a hyperlink in my document. So grade 2 comes in, I need a quick look at grizzly bear. I come here, I click on it, boom, takes me to grizzly bear. Then I want to go back up and look at my lesson plan. I come back up here, click on it, it takes me right back to my lesson plan. The only difference between this and Microsoft Word is you cannot collapse the headings and subheadings. So if you want to find something, you're going to have to scroll to find it. But you're still not going to have that much information to stroll through. Your document is going to be massive, but your outline is not. So it'll work really well in Microsoft Word or in Google Docs.